Hello, everybody. I have my beautiful one-on-one client, Nikki, here, and she's going to share with you her journey from single to engaged. Thank you so much for being here, Nikki. So tell us, please, what was the situation before you came to me? So, what was your challenge on your journey towards engagement?
I think I came from a place where, I feel like I was suffering from low self-esteem, like no confidence, and how that manifested in my daily life is um, I was anxious. So I would use like food to cope with that anxiety. And, I would have problem like sleeping through the night, basically getting up a couple times and then, be up for like an hour or two. And that was like really weighing me down.
So you felt stressed, right?
I was, yeah, stressed and not kind of not stable emotionally.
hmm And how did that affect your your dating situation, your relationship, and your journey towards being engaged? So, how did that affect that? Did you feel like you cannot speak up or you didn't know what to say?
Yeah, so when we started working together, I was already in this relationship, but we were kind of it was kind of like a new relationship. I had good feelings about it. And like being engaged by a certain timeline was really important to me. But I think I was like worried about losing him. So I would like hold back and not share these things that were important to me to him. And also even though I knew that it was really important for me, I also didn't know how to communicate effectively in a way that would translate to results.
Mm. Okay, so you didn't know how to speak up. You decided you want to be engaged.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that again made you feel more anxious, right? Or how did it make you feel that you didn't know how to speak up?
Yeah, I think that was also why I, came to you.
hmm Okay. So then in the coaching journey with me, what was the steps that we were working on that helped you the most coming from, in a relationship to engaged?
Well, I think a fundamental thing was kind of to work on myself, work on getting me out of living in trauma or like living in triggers. Once I got to a more kind of grounded place, and he also told me to get, I'm not good enough forever out of my vocabulary. I think that really stuck with me. And then kind of also you kind of taught me that I can decide who I want to be and I decide my identity. So I think those were just really empowering.
Yes, and you decided that you wanted to be engaged, right?
Decided I want to be engaged.
Yeah. And then you started believing in yourself, right?
More, yeah, more confidence, definitely.
hmm Okay, so that was the first step. You decided you want to be engaged. You started believing that that's possible for you. And then the second practical action that you were taking was coming from communication, right? So you learned how to communicate with men,
hmm
um, which is a little bit different than how you communicate in your career.
Yeah, so like no fighting because that would really hurt the polarity. And um like men listen by like, natural consequences.
Yes. So we worked on the communication, how to communicate that you actually, without harming the relationship, inspire the man to step up,
To
right?
step up. Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So, what happened then? What happened then after a while?
Yeah, after a while, I mean, we got engaged in Dubai. Yeah, we're at this like really beautiful resort and he planned a, surprise. And, when it was like super, it was really nice. And when he proposed to me, when he was like giving that talk, I like sort of blanked out and, my mind just, I don't know, I blacked out for a second and I started just like crying because I was just so happy and, yeah.
Beautiful. Yes, you sent me the pictures. I was so proud, so happy. So you are from the US, but you guys had a vacation in Dubai, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And how did you feel that a man like is in front of you on his knees asking you to marry him? What was the feeling?
So happy, so excited, and I was like have like tears of joy. I couldn't stop crying for like 10 minutes.
So beautiful. I'm so, so, so proud of you. So happy. Beautiful. Okay. So, in this journey from, single to engaged, in this coaching journey with me, what was the most helpful and what did you like the most about me being your coach?
Well, I think you're a very knowledgeable coach. You're very capable and competent, and you've been trained in a lot of different areas. So you're very effective, and you're also like empathetic, and you could access the emotions that, sometimes I feel hard to access myself. And then I also really appreciate our like our meditation work and our vision work. I feel like that those practices help me gain clarity.
So you felt like you have clarity along the journey and
Yeah.
you felt understood?
hmm
Beautiful. And you felt like things are moving forward.
I mean, I've come a very long way since when we first started working together.
You definitely did. Like, I'm just so proud of you. Absolutely. Okay. And if there was one thing that you would like to share with other women who are in the situation where you've been before, kind of stuck, not having the engagement from the men that they are with, what would you advise them to, would you advise them to start fighting with the men or even break up with the men, or would you advise them to actually get the support?
Yeah, I think definitely, well, I think you have these like calls where the love assessment
Mm-hmm.
calls. I think those are still available. So like definitely take advantage of that. Yeah, Ellie is a very competent, very capable coach. She knows what she's doing and she'll definitely get you the results.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your inspirational story. I'm so sure so many women will benefit just from the pure inspiration of hearing your story. So thank you so much, Nikki, for sharing.
Thank you, Ellie.